What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OGGM. I'm drinking coffee. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. It's the 14th day of December 2022. It's about 64 degrees and sunny here at Site B, but I'm feeling chilly. It's Wednesday, which means it's time to take a look at all the physical products that might be on the shelves at your friendly local game store, but as always, because shipping is delayed and other things, it's aliens. Before you run down to the store and find that they don't have it in stock and then get all, well, the OGGM said it in stock, maybe call ahead. But before we go any further, content warning. This is a monetized video, which means there will be ads in it, maybe. So if having ads in your YouTube video is something you don't appreciate, you should probably stop drinking now. I'll wait. Okay, you're still here. Let's move on to what should be on the shelves of our friendly local game store. And of course, it's Dragonlance. The Dragonlance stuff is on the shelves. The board game is on the shelves. The figure is on the shelves. The deluxe edition is on the shelves. The Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen alternate art cover is available for $50. The Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen standards is available for I think $50 also. The Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen Deluxe Edition bundle is available for $150. If there's any confusion that this is not a sourcebook but a game, let me remind everybody that this is not a Dragonlance sourcebook for 5th edition, but a Dragonlance adventure, which contains some information on the world of Krynn, but it is not a Krynn sourcebook. I know a couple of people are like, well, this doesn't have enough information on the world of Dragonlance. I wanted a source book. You said it was a source book. No, Wizards of the Coast never said this was a source book. They said from the beginning, it's an adventure and a board game and a skirmish game. So yeah, it's out. And the reviews are out for the physical copy as well. And so far, nobody is deeply offended by Dragonlance yet. All the reviews seem to pretty much be, well, it wasn't what I expected. It's not a source book. It's a tough read, and it's The only disappointment people seem to have is that it's not what it was expected. And it looks like it was a very lazy, bare minimum amount of work, and they really wanted more information on the world of Krynn. Or should remind you that at this point that the information of the world of Krynn has been readily available to you on the internet for decades now, usually for free. From Goodman Games, we have Came the Monster of Midwinter. Came? I think that's supposed to be cave. Came the Monster of Midwinter? Oh, it's like, oh, came he. Oh, okay, it's a play on, can. Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know if that's a word you should use, guys. I mean, just came he on a winter, it's from like a Christmas song, but Came the Monster of Midwinter holiday adventure from Dungeon Crawl Classics for $15. It's a second-level holiday adventure set in the Shutters Mountains, where the PCs get to learn the true meaning of the season by trying to save a town from a midwinter monster. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. From EN Publishing, we have Rogue Trooper and Strontium Dog, both for $50. These are hardcover supplements for the Judge Dredd role-playing game. Rogue Troopers is a campaign where you live as a soldier in a constant, never-ending battle for the Earth. In the Strontium Dog setting, as PCs are bounty hunters of the Search and Destroy agency who hunt their targets relentlessly across the galaxy. So if you're interested in seeing how Ian World has taken the Judge Dredd role-playing game and made it 2022, whatever year it is, 2022. Yeah, I think I need more coffee. Let's try that again. So if you're interested in the Judge Dredd role-playing game and the Judge Dredd license, which now apparently is in the hands of EN Publishing, and you want to see what they're doing with it, you could pick up these 2 hardcore supplements for the Judge Dredd role-playing game. Road Trooper for $50, where you basically play soldiers on a poisoned planet. Arstronium Dogs, where you play galactic bounty hunters. From Polyhedra Games, we have The Plagued Crypt of Helvite for Mork Borg. This is a $15 softcover supplement, a dark fantasy adventure dealing with a plagued beast, Mork Borg style. From Grim and Perilous Studios, we have Eternal Night of Lockwood for Swinehender. This is a $55 hardcover supplement featuring 10 interconnected adventures taking characters from basic to advanced tier in the world of Swinehender, where you defend a town from the Eternal Night and those that would seek opportunity in the Eternal Night. From Aeon Games, we have Encyclopedia Arcana Volume 1, Encyclopedia Arcana Volume 1 hardcover, and Encyclopedia Arcana Volume 1 softcover. These are rule books for the Advanced Fighting Fantasy 2nd Edition game. Advanced Fighting Fantasy is this thing? When did that come back out? Is that the Steve Jackson one? So this, if you're not familiar with Advanced Fighting Fantasy, it is based upon the Fighting Fantasy game books that came out in the 80s. Other than that, I don't have a lot of adventure information on it. The name sounds familiar. It is from Steve Jackson Games, so yeah. It might be the Steve Jackson thing. I knew he was trying to bring this back. Anyways, these are systems of how to make treasures and ideas for treasures and stuff like that for the world of Advanced Fighting Fantasy. From Edge Studios, the new home of Star Wars, we have Lords of Nalhuta, 2nd printing. This is a $50 hardcover supplement for Star Wars, the role-playing game, featuring information on Hutt space and what the Hutts are up to and the empire of smugglers that the Hutts have created. Yeah, and that's about it. Yep, obviously the big one for the week is Dragonlance, and thankfully, so far, nobody is deeply offended by Dragonlance. So, congratulations, Wizards of the Coast. You end the year on a win. The only complaints we're hearing about Dragonlance is it's kind of just lazy, a tough read, not what people were expected, and they really wanted it to be a campaign source book, and it isn't. Of course, the Wizards of the Coast defense, and no point in time did they say it was a campaign source book. I'm drinking coffee. But not just any coffee, sponsored coffee. That's right, I've got my very first sponsored. I am now an official Kusu Coffee and Tea affiliate. So if you want to drink the same kind of amazing coffee I've been drinking, in case you haven't noticed, I'm not drinking soda anymore. I switched to coffee and tea, and it's the coffee and tea from these guys. Rich, robust flavors, relatively inexpensive, locally grown, here in the USA, all those other things. Non-GMO, range-free, no minions were hurt in the making of this coffee. Kuso Coffee, I'm probably saying that wrong, guys, I'm sorry. Link down below, you get like 10% off, and you support me, and you support my coffee habit, and you can support your coffee habit too, because yes, I have an official sponsor, and I did finally sell out. Thank you for sponsoring me. Check the link down below to get your first taste of this amazing coffee. If it got me stopping to drink soda, which, considering how much I'm fumbling my words lately, might have been a mistake, imagine what it can do for you. See you next time.